See, it works. Hey, everybody, how are you? Welcome me back, Brenda Grisham of Safe, and my long one to if long equals a decade, I can say long time friend, 3 decades. Carl Chan, Carl, welcome to the jungle, man. Not in this case, but I just love saying that. I
Danny,
wow, this
Danny,
is
you
great.
you're always the same, and you're always telling the truth. You're always there, discovering many good stories for everyone.
Thank you. Well, I love Oakland. I love Carl is a longtime executive, Chinatown uh, Business Chamber of Commerce executive, and the man who really has Carl has his pulse on the finger of Oakland. He is one of a handful of people who really know where the bodies are buried. Who go back to remember Richard Winnie, Alameda County Council was my mentor. I'm gonna start crying. I don't want to start.
Don't do that. No crying.
Brenda. Hey, everybody. Carl, I'm gonna have you on for another one. We can just catch up. And Rick, and there's also Rick De Silva too. But anyway, okay. Let me get back to my braces here. You two led the campaign to recall Pamela Price. Give us a report of where things are today from your perspective.
Let's get our principal officer, Brenda Grisham, to get started.
I was gonna say that.
Y'all really want me to start? So where we are is she is going to be on the ballot November 5th to be recalled. That's the update. That's it. That's where we are right now. She will be on the ballot, and it is a huge win for us, the community, the citizens of Alameda County. That's where the win is, over here.
Carl, you want to follow up with her?
Oh, absolutely. I just want to remind when we got first started, remember Brenda? Many of folks are saying that, Carl, Brenda, you guys, no way, there will not be a recall. You guys, number one, could not get the signatures, and you guys cannot do this and that. It's not going to happen. But just like what Brenda just said earlier, not only that we got over 123 signatures, and we qualified to be on the ballot. And then on last Tuesday, the county supervisors finally, saying that let's go. So November 5th is going to be the date for the election. And again, Brenda, myself, and the entire team, but many volunteers. We have over 4,000 volunteers. And so basically all these supporters, remember, a recall process is a democratic process. So we get to have the choice from the people, the voters, saying that, yes, I want her to stay in or I want her out. So I have to say, I have to thank a lot of folks, especially Brenda. Brenda has gone through a lot of threat, a lot of craziness. And I hate to say that, when the DA, brought along with many people marching into her office area and with all this threat, but Brenda is not going to say no, and Brenda will continue. So I have to say, Brenda, you are so brave, and you are the one helping to carry many of us. So you are the one encouraging so many of us to continue with this recall.
Thank you, Carl.
Brenda, oh, she's so modest. She's gonna launch into. Well, I'll do it for her. I'm pleased to see you all get to this place because of a lot of matters that we've talked about, Brenda and I, which gets to my next question for you, Carl. Since this is your first time on, what was your motivation for getting involved in the recall against Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price?
The thing is this, we should not recall anyone if they can do their job, okay? And but remember, Brenda, myself, and many of us, we have actually helping many victims of crimes. And lately, there's so many crimes happening throughout, not only in Oakland, but throughout the entire county. Look, I have to say, many people become victimized. The seniors, our children, the working people, and pretty much all the businesses. And I guess what? I have to say that the people impacted the most are our brothers and sisters in the Black community as well. And with what happened with her ideology, unfortunately, her ideology does not work with the reality. Okay, and we are not talking about trying to put people in jail. We are talking about when those people they are committing serious crimes, and those are repeat offenders. They are not willing to change, and they continue hurting people. And she's soft on crime, and letting them out. I think the other most impactful thing that which is actually, I have to say this, because when I think people misunderstood her message, and many young people felt that, oh, it's okay to be committing crime and there may not be consequences. We're actually, encouraging our young people committing crime, and they continue to do that until they will be committing serious crimes that may put them away for a long time, which is not right for them either. So I think with many all these reasons, and we'll give some thought. What should we do? Okay, so we have options. If she's willing to change, it's fine. But remember, she continued. In fact, she's doubling down, saying that I am being elected. I will be doing exactly what I will do. And she's saying that she will serve her constituents. But you forgot, when you got elected, you have to serve everyone in the county, not only your constituents. So I think this message is not only to the district attorney. This message should be to all the elected officials. When you are getting elected, you have to represent the entire city, the county, the state, and the people. So you have to be responsible your action. But I have to say, she might be probably a very good public defender, but she cannot perform the job as a DA. And I'm sure Brenda will tell you more about the victim side. But I also want to say that when she came in, we lost so many qualified and experienced prosecutors. And many victims of crimes and the families didn't get the justice. So which I know that Brenda has been working with so many families and throughout all these years, and she has done a lot. And that's the reason why she came in and she said, enough is enough.
Brenda, respond to also the original desire. We talked about this earlier, was to have this special election. Talk about why that didn't happen and your thoughts.
Well, the special election was for a couple of reasons. Campaigns are not free, so the recall is not free for us either. So we had to think about that, and we had to think about traumatizing the community more, because now the community has to step in again, and we just have to do what we have to do. But the timeline between a special election and November, that's 6 months. A whole lot of stuff can happen. Anywhere it go, it's a win for us. We really, really want to see it happen earlier, but it's going to get done, and that's what we care about.
But also, I would think, correct me if I'm wrong, the lion's share of money you have to spend has achieved its objective, and so the runway is lower now, right?
Well, we still gonna have to have some millions. So it's it is what it is. The county feels that they would don't want to spend the money, but they're okay with the citizens having to come up with the money in order to keep campaigning, because a lot of people don't understand a lot about politics. Didn't know anything about politics. That's why Measure B passed, because a lot of people really didn't understand it. That was the biggest mistake the Board of Supervisors could have ever done. Put Measure B on the ballot, and it passed because they really didn't understand it, and it was in with something else that they really wanted. And so now everybody's like, wait a minute, what happened?
Well, for viewers real quick, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, finish your thought.
They're not understanding now, since Measure B passed, the Board of Supervisors will pick the successor. That's not what we wanted. So they took the voice away from the people. That was not what we wanted. But people have to be real diligent, and they got to read, they got to pay attention, they got to do their research. So now we're here.
Clarify something for me. You said what I thought I heard you say was such that even though this will happen on November 4th,
November 5th,
isn't there like gold? You didn't mean that, did you?
Say that again.
I thought you said that even though this is on the ballot, there's still money needed, and so therefore it couldn't happen?
No. That's not what I said. No.
That was what I wanted.
No. Oh, it's gonna happen. No,
Yeah.
it's fundraising time again.
Mhm.
Because we have to make sure that people are educated. So we have a campaign that we have to run from now until November.
Right.
Now until August would have been, more feasible, but now till November, we just got to do what we got to do.
Political campaign is what you're saying.
Yes.
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 Yes. Carl, talk to me, and I apologize, Brenda, but this is my first time with this man. He's partnered with you, and I don't, get a chance to get in what I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
Talk about how Chinatown businesses have suffered in Oakland.
Not only for myself, I'm sure you've been around for so
Yeah.
many years. So we are seeing there's a lot of suffering.
Hey, thanks, Carl.
I see that, right?
That was a jug there.
Like Kane, I'm really 26 though. Remember that.
I know.
Really?
Let's going back to the whole issue. I see, Sandy, you came to Chinatown many times, okay? And you know Chinatown so well.
Oh yeah.
And also Brenda does too. So everyone, when we go to Chinatown, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the evening, still hustling, bustling. Everyone's walking down the street. Everywhere you see people. And now that by 4 o'clock, it's dead, okay? And I thought, oh, wow, Chinatown is so bad. But I also had the opportunity and talking to so many businesses down in Jutland Square, Uptown, Downtown, Lakeshore, Fruitwood District, almost pretty much everywhere you go. It's so dead, okay?
Yeah.
And it's hurting many of us. It's not only that. The major problem is this, okay? Many of the working people, okay, in any district, any areas, they are saying that they are pretty much afraid when it's getting dark, okay? Even broad daylight, they will get hurt, and some of them getting killed. So I think the utmost priority for every one of us, and I'm sure Brenda will tell you, is about public safety, and the impact to the family, all the family members, are so severe. And again, the reason why we are doing it, because many families are being victimized twice, and I'm sure Brenda can chime in with that.
There we go. So I'm gonna jump in right here because my businesses are in the middle of Vietnamese Asian community. So all of my friends, they're my family, are going through the same thing. I had one of the business owners on 14th Avenue. Somebody broke in his building at 4 o'clock in the morning. They shattered his windows. I get an email. I get a video. They broke my windows. Can you help me do, a police report? So the next day when I got there, I helped them do their police report. And so, I see the same thing because they're being mugged by us. On 17th and International, there is a lot of crime. Crime ain't stopped. Crime is horrible there. And so they're attacking the people. They're mugging them. They're carjacking them and, all of that. And, we all deserve the same amount of safety. It doesn't matter what color it is. We all deserve the same amount of safety, and the people that we put in place, that's their job to make sure that the community is safe, because we're making sure you get a check so that you can take care of your family. If your job is to keep us safe, whichever way it needs to be done, that's feasible to you and the community, because you have to have the community input. You can't just be around here doing what you want to do and think it's okay. You can't effectively fix a problem if you never know what the problem is, if you don't ask what the problem is, because that's never going to work.
Bear with me with this next question, because it might come off as a little complicated. Mm-hmm. The previous district attorney agreed with me in a conversation we had online in a meeting that was an event that was held by the Oakland Rotary, that there needed to be a better interface between the district attorney's office and economic development organizations and offices. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That perspective, has DA Pamela Price shown any concern for economic development?
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
That was a trick question, right? Not to be, we're really not here to, just keep up with the rhetoric. It's plain truth. The fact that I'm the head law enforcement official in the county, okay, that's good and fine, but you still work for us.
Mm-hmm.
And it all goes hand in hand. The economics, the community, the citizens, the victims, that's one big ball. It's
Right.
not a piece over here and a piece over there. It's one big thing.
Also, in fairness, I want to react before it's misunderstood by some quarter. What I'm getting at is that, and something that Carl with the Business Improvement District is very familiar with,
Mm-hmm.
is that the city has only gotten involved in assisting in economic development. We have something now called AB 464 Mullen, which was passed January 21st of 2021,
Mm-hmm.
which allows the use of tax increment financing to help businesses that have been impacted by the pandemic in a number of ways, including crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yet we've never used it.
Right.
And so, Carl, since you know the nuts and bolts of this, what's going on that there's this disconnect between our economic development operations? If I type business retention Oakland in Google, I do not get a listing for a business retention office in Oakland. Okay. All of this has to do with the criminals we produce by these climates, and therefore the DA's job. Nancy O'Malley got that. Pamela Price doesn't seem to get it, but talk to me before we wind back to DA Price briefly about what's going on in Oakland, where, and I'm happy to be wrong, it seems there is a disconnect or a damage or a destruction of our ability to do economic development.
Dennis, I still want to remind everybody and us, if you still could remember that many businesses, they came out and we had the business strike.
Yep.
And we're asking for at least 2 hours or half a day.
Yep.
And the reason why we all did that, you asked the right question, exactly why we came out. And people may be thinking, oh, wow, are you just protecting the business? No, we're actually protecting the jobs for the people, relying on these small businesses so that, there are many people can still have a job. Unfortunately, we need to bring to the attention of our leadership, whether it's a city, county, state, DA, any office, if they could somehow finding ways to support businesses, creating jobs, and in addition, business tax dollars, which will help a city. So even dollars may be there, but the important thing is what happened to this money? How did they go? And what the thing is we always want to ask one thing: the accountability is important. So we are hoping that when you're asking this question, let's all focus on how can we work together and making sure that our tax dollars will be used effectively.
Yep.
And helping everybody. Okay. Now, but I think Brenda and I have been seeing, and we've been having a lot of discussions about the elected officials. Sometimes, they take away some money, and they will channel through to their favorite organizations. Now, I'm not saying good or bad or wrong. What I'm saying is, somehow they should be tabulating and calculating which way it should go to fully have a direct positive impact to the economy. I think that's more important than just saying I want to channel money to this person or this group because they support my campaign and supporting and getting me votes.
So here's another thing. So I have a lot of clients because I do financial services, and when they look at their tax bills, they are paying for violence prevention. There's a line that says violence prevention, and then they be like, "Well, Brenda, why am I paying this?" Okay, first of all, y'all don't work for the city. Why am I paying this? And my car got bipped. Somebody stole my son's car. Things of this nature. So where is the money going to? Because the business owners are paying for the same thing. And so it for some reason it just seems like they don't consider business owners actual victims. They're losing a lot.
Right. And that's what
they're losing a lot.
Right. And because it seems to me, and I'm happy to be wrong, but history shows that I'm not, DA Price had more time to be antagonistic to Black mothers than to pay attention to how to ignite or help businesses locally in their plight. Am I wrong?
Absolutely not. I think you like to hear me say that.
Did you all try to get DA Price, or basically wake her up and say, hey, you know what, Carl, did you try to bring her out to the business community and say, hey, you know what, we're having a problem, we need your voice?
I think let's do this. I think whoever they might be, the DA or elected officials, they have to be able to come out and not just doing politics. They have to come out and seeing what the problems are. Okay, and because we rely on our elected officials to becoming problem solvers. With us, and also when they do things, I always want to suggest one thing: whatever they want to do, please plan with us. Don't just plan for us. By the time when we know about it, it may not be what we want. So I think it's important that how the citizen, the people, can work hand in hand directly with our elected officials.
But that's no way, isn't it, Brenda? In other words, what I'm still struck by is, Brenda, our conversation where you were explaining that the DA came in and talked to you as Black mothers who've been impacted.
Right. Right.
And basically talked to you all like you were junkyard dogs.
Absolutely.
I cannot get that out of my mind.
Yeah. Well,
see?
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me that, and also, Carl, I like your response to this. We've not so much advanced or evolved, because both of those adjectives imply improvement, but we've degenerated into the situation where politics is a tool for dividing people. It's like Donald Trump has gotten to us, even though you're Democrats. Am I wrong, Carl?
The thing is, I'm so glad that you're talking about politics dividing the people, okay? And that's the reason why we need leadership, which, he and she can actually uniting the people is very, very important. So I do agree. We have to find ways to getting leadership who can actually bring us back together. Now, again, I just want to remind all the elected officials, when the election is done, okay, we got to find a way to bring people back together, okay? Don't draw a line saying that, well, you did not support me, you did not do this, that's why I don't want to work with you. No, because you are being elected, you should be serving everyone. People agree with you or people don't agree with you at all.
But you know what, the thing about officials, when they get elected, it's their job to have an eye for what's going on. We shouldn't have to come to them and say, oh my God, my block is burning up. You know what I mean? That's your job, to pay attention to where the hot spots are, to where the crime is, to where the people are most impacted, and go there.
Yeah,
we shouldn't have to call you.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what are the next steps down this road toward the election? And then after the election, if, well, you win, what happens next?
I think we can tell you that, number one, we know that the election, as we said, is already set, is going to happen. And number two, we know that by talking to the people, by having the survey, and many experts already predicting that will prevail on this election, okay? And most importantly, like what you're saying, the next step, we want to make sure that whoever will be taking over, they understand why the recall is taking place. In addition, the person has to understand how to understand the job of a district attorney and how to be reaching out and helping the victims of crimes. And also, we got to send the correct message so that the people, if they want to commit crimes, they got to think twice. In addition, the DA has to be able to work with all the people, different communities, and especially how to work with the men and women in uniform, because they work hard. By the time when they even trying to catch bad guys, but they're being sent to the DA, they have to be able to be very responsible, taking the responsibility to file charges as needed. But unfortunately, with this DA, I'm sure Brenda will tell you many, many times that, many times when they go through the court and all these procedures, many families are pretty disappointed, right, Brenda?
Oh, definitely. And like in the press conference that was had the other day, I was sitting there, I was like, well, maybe they're not telling her that I'm going to court with these families. I'm not in a courtroom. I'm listening to the judges. I'm listening to both sides. I'm sitting one-on-one with these DDAs, and hearing what's going on, I'm seeing what's going on. I'm looking at tapes of people being murdered. Me. Now, when they say discovery, I'm not expecting to see a video of somebody get shot. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's something that needed to be done. So ain't no lies. Everything is the truth. And the fact that these families are being treated unfairly, not just the families, the other victims in the community are being treated very unfair. And public safety should be at the top of everybody's list. But for some strange reason, she doesn't feel that public safety is public safety. She has another meaning for public safety, and she don't want to share it. Early on, that was what we were. Our meeting was for back in April of last year. Okay, we work on the ground. We got boots on the ground, but what you're doing is very detrimental to what we're doing. It's a group of all mamas and felons, people's being let out. We kind of want to know your plan. She didn't feel that she needed to tell us anything, whereas she met with us 3 times while she was running for office. Now, you came and petitioned, to get our support, but then we trying to figure out how best we can help you achieve what you're trying to do. Well, you got to tell us what you're doing, because no.
Sandy, you got to remember that there are many reasons besides what Brinda's just talking about. Talking to the people, you and interview people, it's always what we call, the freedom of speech, freedom of press, okay? And she was suppressing, and she only talked to the reporters or media that she wants to talk to, and she may not want to talk to anybody if she doesn't like you, including the media. So the freedom of press.
I've experienced that firsthand. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
And also you gotta remember, okay, you cannot pick and choose who you like and you don't like. Okay, it's very important for to do her job. But again, for me, nothing personal. If she can do the job, we're not going to do this recall. Okay, yes. But she's always doubling down, saying that, well, I'm elected the way I am. I'm not going to change any the way how she's handling things. But as I said, if it doesn't impact the people, hurting the people, it's fine. But unfortunately, Brenda and will tell you there's so many cases that is hurting so many of us. Okay, so we need to put we all have to take responsibility. In any elected positions, and we got to find ways to stop all this crime wave. And the top cop of this county is really her. So she is the one can make that happen. So it's all depending if she wants to do it or not. But in this case, she has a different choice. Okay. So unfortunately,
I don't recall her making any statement regarding the violence against elderly Asian Oaklanders.
No.
Once. Carl, have you heard anything?
Well, unfortunately, I will tell you the reason why I really appreciating Brenda coming in and many of our Black community leaders coming in, because I know she has some problem with me, Asian and Chinese, and at the time she actually she was always trying to create this a racial tension between Asian and Black. Look, I know that we always been working together in a city. I'm so glad that many of our Black leaders coming out and pointing the facts that no, we're all working together, which is important. So, but interesting enough, only lately, I guess because I guess one of her staff used to work for her, filing a lawsuit against her, saying that she making some very interesting comment. Offensive comment to Asian and the Chinese community, and then all of a sudden now she's saying that Black, Brown, and Asian community. Before she never mentioned about the Asian community, but it's okay. I think the point is this: for this recall, we can agree to disagree, but Absolutely. The most important thing is one thing I really don't like is do not attack Brenda and some of the folks they are doing it. Okay. Right. And you don't want to do physical harm. Especially don't do this. Keep what all this time, and you can see that they're always attacking Brenda almost every single time. Okay, and unfairly, and stating those are not factual, and claiming she's doing this and that. It's very unfortunate. Okay, so I think let's do this. If you like to support her, then support her and you vote. Okay, for those who wish her to be removed, and you can also have the choice. Okay, if she's not afraid, why would you be afraid when it comes to the ballot box again? So let's do it fairly and squarely. And I just want people to understand this is not to us. I want to put away all this politics. This is all about public safety for all of us, every single one of us.
Right. I'm glad you made that point because it occurred to me that before Pamela ran for office and she was representing Celeste Guap, and I've told this to you, Brenda, before, but Carl doesn't know this. I managed to get Celeste Guap actually reached out and said, yeah, I want to talk to you. And so we did a 23-minute interview that's still here at Zenny62 YouTube. And I informed Pamela Price. I got no call back or anything. I don't know why to this day. But then fast forward to the Howard Terminal, the AESCG introductory press conference. And toward the end, we were talking about Howard Terminal tax increment financing. And I heard somebody ranting on an open mic on the Zoom, and it was her ranting about me. And I'm thinking, but what she was saying was, and I just be honest, it was unintelligible. And I thought, why? And my point is that if you, as a Black person, are taking office, do not bring up your personal issues with other Black people when you're taking office and running the office. It is unprofessional. And I say that pointedly in this way because we catch hell. It's enough to catch the hell normally, but then to have someone who is the DA, who is a Black woman, who should be bringing people together to do it, and then keep doing it, and then keep doing it even the results are bad, is, well, it's the definition of evil. And I'm saying it just like that. Be nice, everybody. There is no reason for us to separate ideas, there's no reason to bring together ideas with personal thoughts about people that 9 times out of 10 you're going to be wrong about anyway.
Yeah.
And
vendetta has no place here.
Right.
None at all. So, we look at the things that we talk about, and there's one common denominator in all of the cases that we bring up, and it's Nancy O'Malley. If you have a vendetta against Nancy, you take that up somewhere else. You were elected to deal with the violence in our city, the crime, accountability for the people that are doing harm. So it's all about accountability. It's no question about that. That's your job. People have to be held accountable. We didn't say if they stole a penny bubble gum to go lock them away, throw away the key, but they need to learn. A lesson needs to be learned. And you can't learn it if they're not being held accountable. And that's what we mean when we say soft on crime. Now, they could play with words all they want to. The definition is people being held accountable. When they murder somebody, they don't get a chance to plead for their lives. They're gone. But then the murderers get a chance to plead. I'm a plea deal this. I'm not going to take the first plea deal. I'm going to take the second plea deal. But you took somebody's child, mother, father, sister, brother from them, and they didn't get a chance to plead. They're gone, and their families are left behind. And then you sit, just like they talked about it on KMEL today.
Can you respond to this comment? She's doing what her, talking about Pamela Price, what her partner she's relationship with wants, not what a DA should be doing. Do you all have any idea what she's talking about?
Well, there's been remarks. She actually didn't want to run, but he told her, you need to run. You need to run. I'm going to help you. You need to run. And the things that are being put in place are his ideas and not hers. I've heard that before. I've heard that a few times. Yes.
I mean, I don't sign on to the idea that a guy is, playing puppet with a woman. That idea, I think, is ridiculous. I mean, it's one thing for a partner to have an idea, right? But to say it that way is kind of like, I don't know about that. I think I have had enough of an experience with Miss Price in the way that I have to understand that those ideas are hers. And that's what makes it more dangerous. So I'd love to be able to say, yeah, let's get her husband, get him. right? But
That ain't your husband. That's her boyfriend. But anyway.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't snoop around in their bedroom, so I'm like, whatever.
yeah, I ain't interested in that. But at some point you have to be humble and understand that you made a mistake and be willing to kind of do something different. But even as of yesterday, it was like, I'm coming after you, and everything she say about me I take as a threat. You understand what I'm saying? She
Yeah,
might not say my name, but she is talking about me. And if you can't say my name,
right.
you need to say my name. This is not a racist thing. We're not coming after you. We're standing up for policies and procedures. So stop acting like you're the victim, because we ain't just coming after you. You sit in front of cameras and talk about these families like they're not sitting in front of you. Where on Marcy's Law does it say I'm supposed to talk to the families? That should be something you want to do as a district attorney. You want to bridge the gap between these families and the trauma that they're going through. And that's right. These families, their loved ones are not coming back. You're making changes to something what they thought was justice, and then you don't have to tell them anything. How unfair is that? You got to say something. Not, okay, well, I thought it was an accident, so I'm going to let him go home. He's not on probation. Don't have an ankle monitor. I was standing right there. The criminal went out the door when the family went out the door. I've been at formal sentencing. I've been in the room when these families are crying after they thought they had justice. You understand what I'm saying? So if you ain't been in there, you don't understand how that is. And for me, that's traumatic for me because it's traumatic for them. And if you don't have those kind of feelings about the work that you're doing the wrong job. The wrong job.
Well, let's say this, okay? And unfortunately, I think her ideology may not be bad when this is a perfect world, okay? But in reality, it does not work. And basically, I think many people supporting her probably have the best intention, but unfortunately, it yield the unthinkable consequences, hurting people in the worst possible ways. So, what Brenda is saying, nothing personal. We're not. It's not about her. It's about her policy, which would not work, and it's just not willing to adjustment. So continuing hurting so many people. As I said, people don't understand, what discrimination is unless you're the one got it. Okay, so people may not understand what it means by losing your child. Brenda, you lost your son, and we know, and then that's the reason why you're so passionate helping other victims and their families. So a lot of folks, they can talk the talk, but they don't understand why and how other people will feel. And you talk to anyone in our city, in other cities, the working people, every day, okay, day in and day out, okay, they will tell you they are very afraid. You look at our seniors, they are afraid to walk down their own streets. And then when you're taking your kids to school, you don't know where the bullets were flying and hitting you, okay? Even though stay at home, you got killed for no reason. And then you know what? The worst thing that I'm seeing lately, a lot of women stop in front of the red lights. And guess what? You got robbed right away. People breaking the window, taking your purse, and they're afraid to go out alone. So we got to take back our own streets. And we want to making sure that, the kids, wherever they are, we don't want to go to jail, but making sure that they understand there are consequences. So they would not want to commit crimes. Okay. I think that's the message. We got to give a lot of credit to those people. We have to support, the people formerly incarcerated, but they change. They have done good work. We should provide jobs. We give them training. That is also in addition to what we do. Okay.
Absolutely.
So people don't understand that, we're not just talking about jail. It's not what we are talking about. We're talking about how can we bring in solutions, the ways when people understand their consequences, they want to think twice, or they want to think about, I don't want to commit crime. So there are many, many ways, but education is the most important thing. Education is not only from school, from home, online, the news, pretty much your friends directly influencing you. So let's educating ourselves how to help each other, but not hurting each other. And I think that is very important. But most importantly, in November 5th, please remember, register and making sure that you will vote. Yeah. Okay. So either way you vote is fine. We always agree to disagree, and whatever you do is fine. But at least you have the choice at this time on November 5th.
Oh, by the way, website.
I tell you, when we started, our website sucks. It was so bad. Okay? So many people complained. We could not afford it. So we thought we'd try to hire someone, but it will cost a lot of money. But we are very fortunate. Like Brenda and many people, they are coming in to help us to revitalize the website. So many people are able to get our information, online at the website. So we'll keep on posting the needed information if people want to learn more about what's going on, and we'll try to update everyone from time to time. And again, I want to thank. Look, don't give us too much credit. The recall is all about the volunteers, and many of you signed the petition, you make it happen. We are just so happy being here for you. So we're trying to speak for many of us, okay? So Brenda, myself, and our entire team, we want to thank all of you for not only signing the petition, but giving us the courage and your donations, big and small. We really appreciate your support. So once again, we love you and thank you.
www.recallpamelaprice.org. And all the updates will be there, and like Carl said, she has supporters. You can support her. That we're not trying to take away the support from her. If you believe she's doing what she's right, come out to the polls on the 5th. That's all that had to be done the whole time. The fight that just went on didn't need to go on. Bring them to the polls. We're here. So, a lot of people that voted for her will not vote for her again.
Okay, I got to ask you also, what about the effort to recall the mayor? Or is that still...
That's separate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's separate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, if they succeed, they both will be on the same ballot. They both will be recalled in November. So, we making unfortunate monumental strides in history with trying to make our cities and our counties better place and safer places. If that's what we have to do, that is a right of the people to recall somebody that is making drastic. These ain't little changes. These aren't little problems. These are drastic things that are going on, and we just really need to fix them.
Zanny, I want to remind us that, okay, this is more than, just a recall, but this is also a wake-up call for all of us. So we need to realize the people that are running for office, people already in office, we got to do what we call a report card, knowing who these people are before you cast your vote to support or not to support, okay? So we cannot just I like Brenda, she looks good looking, I want to cast a vote. Because Sandy, I like your name, I want to cast a vote. No, do your report card, making sure that who these people are, and then making the decision. If let's say priority is your priority, then say, okay, what is the percentage? So let's do the report card before you make the decision, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, there's a new effort too. I think it's SOS. I forgot what it stood for.
I saw that earlier. I saw that.
Okay, yeah. And I'm going to vlog about it. What do you guys think about that?
I was just reading about it earlier. It popped up on the screen, so I haven't had a chance to kind of really look at it. Number one, it's too many things dividing us right now. Right. Everybody's trying to, be in the spotlight when what we need to do is get a balance. And
wait. You said you read about it. Who wrote it? I haven't seen anything yet.
I could send it to you. It popped up on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter.
Oh, it was a tweet. Okay, it wasn't an article or anything.
No, it's a whole article.
But by who?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
I just want to tell you one thing, okay?
Here's the thing. If it doesn't come from me, you didn't read it.
Okay.
If it came from Oakland side, they're politically compromised.
I don't think it was Oakland side.
All right. And let me explain what I'm saying, folks. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Nonprofits should not be in the business of influencing elections. It's illegal.
Mm-hmm. It is. You're right.
And so Oakland side should go for profit. Stop being nonprofit. Stop claiming that they have no dog in the hunt when on the 21st, I believe, of October 2021, they had a party at John Bliss's house, a fundraiser specifically for Oakland side that attracted Dan Kalb, Nikki Bass, Carol Fife, Lauren Taylor, and Treva Reed, all as donors. And so Oakland side says, we have no political influence. We're not influenced by politics. That's BS. Okay? So my point is, stop this hiding. Stop doing things where you write stuff where you met black guys look bad more often than not. All right? Support black media or black-owned media. Okay? Also support Chinese-owned media. Support ethnic media. You know, the ethnics, we need to start teaming up.
Right.
I don't mean to go on a rant.
Sandy, I have to agree.
I do. You know,
I agree because you look at our government and all the different agencies and big corporations. They need to spend money into our ethnic communities, okay, and the media. I think that's very important, and that's how when people are saying that I support you, I support this, you gotta ask where's the money, okay? So that's important. But one thing I also want to say, please don't upset Brenda. Every time we get upset, she will text me 4:00 in the morning, okay? Don't do that, okay? And then she'll try to find ways to tackle the problem, find solutions. But it's 4:00 in the morning, okay? Don't get her upset, please.
Brenda's in good company. My mama does that. My mom will be 90 October 1st.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Yeah. And I think I got some of her stamina. The other part is my dad's fault. Rest in peace. Oh, my Lord. You guys got to come back. And, quick question before I let you all go. Carl, how's Chinatown doing?
I'll tell you what. I have to talk about, if you want to ask me, I want to talk about what happened, before, okay?
Yeah.
So before, I know 2021, the whole focus about API hate, okay? And we are very fortunate that, when Armstrong was the chief and he was able to deploy many police officers and then actually the crimes come down tremendously, okay? And then actually many communities they like the idea having more police presence, and to avoid preventing crimes happening in the first place. So that was great. But unfortunately, when the chief was gone, and then we have all this cutting of resources, it just went way back up, and then it's not getting so well. But we are hoping that we are trying our best, despite the fact that it's so bad. But we are still want to do this. We're not hanging in there. And hopefully we can turn this around by, making sure that public safety will be the first priority, and then we all will work together. Whether it's going to be the police department or the leadership from all different levels. So we need to work together. But again, it's not only about Chinatown; it's about the entire city. Okay, we got to send the message, strong message together. So that's the reason why we are connecting all the businesses throughout the entire city, and we're demanding one thing: public safety. So if you could bring back public safety, you can bring back the customers. The other thing that we are asking is to having the governor, hopefully to get our state employees to come back one more day of the week. And we're working with like East Baymat, all the major corporations, Kaiser and all that. Please have your more employees going out, and we'll find ways to work with you so that our businesses can stay survival. Otherwise, not only Chinatown but throughout our city, we will start seeing more and more business closure.
Well, by the way, before I close, folks, for those of you wondering, yes, I have asked the Pamela Price campaign to have DA Price come on and state her case. I have to give credit to William Fitzgerald in direct message. He's been very cordial and very nice, but they've never followed up on it. Is William Fitzgerald still with them?
No, but you said William Fitzgerald was nice. You heard that man talk about me?
He was nice to me. Yeah.
Okay, he don't like me, and I don't know him.
Okay. No, I brought all that up too.
Yeah. He has a new PR firm.
William Fitzgerald is also one of those that actually helps finance Oakland side.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hey, the family is in tatters. When I say the family, I mean we all should be one big group of happy people.
And yes, we should.
Working together. Unfortunately, a lot of these folks act like I love everybody. Okay, I really do, but I don't like the way, in particular, Brenda has been treated. It is criminal. Okay, absolutely criminal. And DA Price, you or her, regardless of anything else, you owe Brenda a gigantic apology.
We're talking about people, elected official bringing people together. I can think of one person, Congresswoman Barbara Lee. Okay,
Yeah.
So she's the one brought us all together, and that's how I was able to work with all different communities, African American, Hispanic, Asian, all of us together. I think that is extremely important. So we need, elected officials like her willing to bring people together. I think that is the point. So just last week we had our Chinatown's Chamber Spring Banquet. So we have a special honor of Congresswoman Barbara Lee, but she was over in DC, but she sent the people over. But that was something that instrumental, and I think we need.
Yeah, I saw the pictures from that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Where was the mayor? She didn't come. That's true. She didn't come.
No, we got Mayor Elihu Harris here.
Yeah, he's my boss, of course. He's doggone right. If Elihu wasn't that fly back, anyway, get him on the show. Just have him on the show. You gotta be blanking me, man. The Mayor Shantel did not come to the Chinatown Chamber banquet. That's what you're telling me. Say it. I mean, come on, Carl. Just say it, man.
But as I said, Elihu Harris, our mayor.
He just gonna go around the question. He ain't gonna answer it. No, she didn't come. He just did. Yeah, he went around it to tell she didn't.
Elihu ate her or something. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we just need peace. And the way we're gonna get peace is for her to be recalled in November.
Yeah.
The only person that got a win is us. There's no win over there. That was a win for the people, and it's gonna stay a win for the people.
Got some comments here that Anna says Pamela Price's administration defends criminals and not victims. She publishes that she visits criminals in prison. And when will she visit the victims' families? There you go. Tina Harris said, wow, I believe that's the Fitzgerald thing. And then Anna says, Pamela Price administration, she wrote, I think she wanted me to make sure that I read. I did. I got you, Anna. What's the saying now? We see you. I hate that term, but whatever. You see everybody, folks. All right, enough of me. Hey, everybody, you guys got to come back again. Brenda, great to see you. Look lovely, by the way. Are you going to? We taking you out? What's going on? Thursday. You're looking great. Look like you're going for a night out of town or something. What's going on?
No, I've been out of town with my little brand new grandbaby. Hanging out with my grandchildren and my children. I treated them to a concert yesterday, and they had a ball. They've suffered through this whole thing as well.
Yes,
and so Mama wanted to do something for them. It wasn't long enough. We had to come back, but I had to do something for me.
You got bottled up from my show. Thank you.
Huh?
You got bottled up for my show. Thank you.
I always look like this. Stop playing. When have you not seen me? I'm representing the people.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when you representing the people, you gotta look like you representing the people. I ain't. Come on now.
Okay, I got you at Carl in his suit, so I'm on it, and here I am in an NFL shirt. Whatever.
Hey, exactly. You got to know Brenda, okay? This is only her casual wear.
Yes.
Special occasion.
You don't want me to bust out the church outfits. When I get to busting out the church outfits, that's a little different.
Do you have hats like Dusty Woods?
No, I don't wear hats.
Oh, okay. You have the hats. Whew. All right. This has been a wonderful slice of Oakland. Thank you. This has been fantastic. Hey, stick around in the background, you two. Hey, everybody. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube. Please like and subscribe this discussion. Share it around. Tina Harris and I say thank you, Brenda and Carl, very much. You got it. And that ends this stream. You two don't just stay in the backstage so you can debrief. You can get after me. Thank you.
Thank you.